What's up, Atlanta? It's your boy Alex Barella, aka Excessive Overlord. I'm here with
Anik.
And we're live with Next News on ATL's Next 100 and Next 105 here on the IBNX Radio Network. We're going to get you started with some global news at the top of the hour, so let's begin. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is meeting with foreign ministers from Armenia and Azerbaijan in Washington, D.C. on Friday to attempt to end the fighting in the Nagorno-Karabakh region. Now, this area is within Azerbaijan, but is controlled by ethnic Armenians, and there's been some conflict there in the recent weeks. Up until now, Russia has been leading the efforts to cease fighting. However, there have already been 2 ceasefires agreed upon that have been broken this month.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're not doing a really good job over there.
Not at all. Oh, my God.
So, the fear is that this violence in the area will suck the regional powers around them, like Russia and Turkey, into a much larger conflict, which is why us, the United States, is trying to get involved in these peace relations. However,
do you think we can bring peace?
No, because Armenia's prime minister says that he sees no possibility of a diplomatic solution at this stage in the conflict.
Yeah.
So
'cause it's been, what, how long now with it?
It's been like a month that they've been fighting after the past ceasefire. So
yeah. And all the tension of the quarantine is probably rising in everybody. So
exactly.
That can make matters worse. And then for us to, I guess, come in and try to help, I don't really see how much of help we can be.
Exactly. And it's also like the region's so far from us, so we really need to do our homework.
Yeah.
Because, of course, both sides are going to say the other side's at fault. So,
of course.
And we're not nowhere near this region, so we have to really...
We can't really be a mediator in that. Because we'll have to look at both sides of it to understand what the main issue is and understand why they're upset or why the other party's upset before we come in and just say, hey, listen to this person or hey, listen to that person.
Exactly. And that would also just make Turkey and Russia mad because they're on different sides of the conflict too. So
and then they'll hate us even more.
I know. It's just a very shaky area that we're in right now. Other news, the Nigerian army has shot at least 12 peaceful protesters in Lagos, and they have all unfortunately died. This is a part of the End SARS protests that continue against police brutality in Nigeria. Now, SARS is the Special Anti-Robbery Squad in Nigeria, and they're essentially stopping people with like expensive or valuable items like cell phones, laptops, things like that, and saying, oh, well, we don't know, it's not stolen, and abusing these people stealing the items. And
it's been crazy.
Yes.
Like, if you look on Instagram, Twitter, at first it was just one post where, you saw the hashtag NSARS and you see people talking about it. But now you actually have people who live in Nigeria who are actually front and center of everything going on, and they're recording us, and you feel as if you're there.
I know.
And the fact that we in the United States had protests throughout the whole summer, basically, and nobody was shot at. I mean, yes, you have moments where it's tear gas and people getting arrested, but the protesters weren't murdered. And in this situation in Nigeria, you have a lot of protesters who are being murdered just for expressing their rights, speaking how they feel, standing up for the country they love. So it's very upsetting and sad to see that, this is happening to them now.
It is.
So, I'm trying to gain more information on it before I really give so much of my opinion to it.
Same.
But of course, seeing the violence that's happening, it's very upsetting to me because it's not fair. But I respect them and salute to the protesters who are still going out, even after witnessing probably their friends and family getting murdered because of this. So it's sad. And the fact that it's the police and, it's higher power who's allowing these protesters, your people, your Nigerian people, to get murdered is making it even more, upsetting.
Yeah, well, on October 11th, the Nigerian government actually announced that they're disbanding SARS, which sounds good. However, this is actually the 4th time that the government said they're either disbanding or reforming the program. So we'll have to see how that actually turns out. In other news, an online survey concluded that 25% of Canadians considered their mental health to be in a poorer state than it was during the first wave of COVID. And another 54% said that their mental health is about the same, but it didn't specify whether about the same was like it's still good or it's still bad.
Yeah.
They explained that the participants explained that the thing that was causing them the most stress and anxiety was not knowing the true length or severity of the pandemic, and also the added stress with social isolation and concerns about their family's health.
Well, okay. I have family in Canada as well, so I don't want to say no firsthand, but you ask the questions like, hey, how is Canada handling it? How is it going for you guys? Now, earlier this summer, I was at a restaurant, outdoor restaurant, social distance, and it was a couple there from Canada who just, came to the U.S. to visit, but now when they go back, they have to do 14-day quarantine. But I feel like outside of Canada, anywhere, honestly, the pandemic really does mess with your mental a little bit. It can either be positive or negative. I would say for me it was very positive. I learned more about myself. I was with my mom the whole time, so it was perfect. We were cooking, eating, but I can understand how it can really take a toll, especially many Canadians, they probably like to travel. New York is close, so they probably like to travel to New York or travel to wherever in order to just see their families, because they probably don't have family, all their family at least, in Canada. Like, my aunt, she lives in Canada and we're down here. So I can definitely, see how that could take a toll.
And I could also see how it's like getting poorer or better. Like, I agree, I've definitely also had a very good benefit of the pandemic, but also I've also went through the times where it's like, wow, this is kind of horrible and it's really affecting me.
Exactly.
So it's very much like a roller coaster thing with this pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, especially with having to, you can't really hug other loved ones because you're going to be scared, hey, am I exposing you to something that I don't know about? Because even if you get tested and it comes back negative, you still have moments where it's just like, okay, I sneezed, so
or like, did I take the test at the right time? Like, did I take it too early before I had it?
Oh, yeah. And that's another thing too, did I take it too early? Did I take it too late? You just never know. So that is something definitely you have to watch.
Right. All right, well, that's all we have for global news here on Next News, but we'll be right back. You're listening to Next News on ATL's Next 100 and Next 105.
Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
it.
The
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future, so vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What up, everybody? This is Neo, reminding you to get out there and vote, all right?
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
it. The 2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future, so vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What's up, man? This is Big Sean. I just want to let y'all know, man, I feel like without voting, we just not using ourselves to the full potential, man. I just feel like if you got the ability to control what's around you, your circumstances, we need to make sure we exercise that right, man. People die for this.
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
it. The 2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future, so vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
Hey, yo, it's DJ Khaled. And right now I'm encouraging the world to vote.
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100.
Hey guys, and we're back with your local news. On Friday, we'll have Kamala Harris to visit Atlanta for her campaign run, so that's not that bad. Also, 4th of July weekend in Atlanta, of course, is very crazy. 4th of July, I think everywhere was crazy, but in Atlanta specifically, it was a lot of shootings that happened. And tragically, an 8-year-old young girl, Sakura Turner, was just a passenger in her mom's car, and she was shot and killed. Now, months later, because it's October now, months later, they have still yet to arrest her murderer. And now her family is suing Atlanta for $16 million.
Wow.
$16 million. And it's really sad, just seeing the little girl, her pictures, her poster. And actually on Instagram, I follow her mom on Instagram, and I saw, her mom post how their date was going for 4th of July, and then just boom, this murder happened. So it is very heartbreaking to witness that and see what's going on. So, I wish her family well. I hope they can settle something out or figure what they can do, and I definitely hope they find the people who were,
Yeah, it's a tragic thing. I hope they have, do they have suspects, or are they just not even?
I guess. Okay, so the incident happened on, where the gentleman was killed by the police officer in the Wendy's parking lot. It was around there because, protests were happening. So they had a roadblock up. And it wasn't even police who had the roadblock up. It was citizens who had the roadblock up. And the mom was trying to, drive through. And I guess they did not want her to drive through. So they started shooting at her car, which is just insane to me. You're already there for a black man being murdered. And you go and kill not only another black person, but a child. So that's very upsetting to hear. And it's just so foolish. So, they try to get security cameras from the gas station that's across the street or whatever's nearby, but who knows if everything's always a blur, so that kind of sucks. Yeah. Also, the scammers are striking again.
Ooh.
The scammers are striking again. A woman who shops at Whole Foods said that she went shopping the other day, and a couple days later, she received in the mail a $3,000 check. Basically telling her, we appreciate your job as a secret shopper. So, some grocery stores, they do have secret shoppers that come in just to make sure nobody's stealing. So, in this instant, she wasn't even a secret shopper. She was literally a shopper, doing her Whole Foods run. And she said she did not cash the check. She said she spoke to a bank person about it, and they said, I wouldn't cash it either. Call Whole Foods management, see what happened. She called Whole Foods, discussed it with them, and they even said, we don't even have secret shoppers. So, wow. It was crazy. They don't have secret shopper. I know typically Publix has a secret shopper, Walmart has a secret shopper, but Whole Foods said they do not have secret shoppers. So, now they're actively looking for other people who have gotten this check or, who have been scammed. But it's so weird because, I don't know, if you receive $3,000 check in the mail, are you cashing it or?
I mean, that's $3,000.
I know.
But that's the thing is what's the scam part? I guess maybe once they see you cash it, they'll get your bank account information.
They'll get your bank account information and everything.
But do you get the $3,000?
Exactly. Do I get the $3,000? Because if you take my bank account, I can probably cancel, the bank account.
Cancel it in a time where I still get the $3,000, but you don't have any of the information.
Exactly. Listen, it came to my house, so finders keepers. Okay,
right, exactly.
So that's how I'm gonna look at it. Finders keepers.
But that's a smart way to get people. Get people's information is by sending them money.
Not a smart way.
I mean, that's not okay.
It's smart, but it is a bad way. But I mean, literally, these scammers can figure out everything. Because even with the unemployment fraud that was going on.
There's just a bunch of ways they can get. You remember those things that they would it was a cover that they would slip over the gas station parts where you
if you
slide
put your card in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was a fake cover, so you would put your card in and it would read all your card's information instead of the actual ATM.
It's so crazy. My mom, I don't know who is watching her or who has it out for her, but she literally always, I don't want to say always, but it's happened to her a lot. She's got scammed very often. And when they call to say, hey, your card has been used here, it's in a state she's never even been to. Recently, somebody in Denver scammed her. My mom has never been to Denver. And it's just so crazy because it's where do you find my card at?
Right, how did you get my information?
How do you get my information? Yeah. So it kind of sucks because it's all right, if I carry cash, I have the potential of setting myself up to get robbed. Mm-hmm. And you don't always want to have that much cash on you. Now, if I carry my card, is this machine even safe for me to swipe my card in? So it's can I just get it for free at this point? Because either way, the money is not working, whether it's a card or cash.
Right.
So it is very difficult.
And a lot of companies aren't even accepting cash Well, if you like pay with cash, they're not going to give you change. They want you to round up because of COVID.
The shortage of change. And it's so crazy because I'm so sorry, guys. I definitely still have a piggy bank. So if you're looking for change, but you can't get my change. You know, you just never know.
You're saving up for that trip.
I've had this piggy bank forever. So you just never know if, say, like, emergency happens and I need to go, you know, cash this change in. You know, who knows how much money is.
Right.
Pennies add up. Money is money. Money is money. And that's what people fail to forget. Right. So that, you know, it's just ridiculous. But when you do go shop at Whole Foods, and if you see somebody looking at you and following you, they either A, think you're attractive, or B, they're being creepy, because there's no secret shoppers in Whole Foods.
Right. I didn't even know that. That's interesting.
You didn't know about secret shoppers?
I did not. Well, I didn't know that Whole Foods didn't have them.
Oh.
Because I knew like Publix and Walmart has them, but I didn't know Whole Foods didn't have them.
I feel like with Whole Foods, because it's...
Or maybe they do, but they're like super secret shoppers.
Well, yeah. Well, then that way they lied to us, because Whole Foods said that they didn't have it. But I don't know. I feel like with Whole Foods, because they kind of have a restaurant inside, it makes it... It's like your family neighborhood. Like, you're just going to a neighbor's house. You know, it's not so supermarket. So I guess that's probably why. Now you have Walmart, that's such a big location, and they just, you know, you have people who come in and $5 discount. You know, they're stealing, or they go to self-checkout and they don't scan everything. So you also have to think about that as well when it happens. So I think that's pretty much why they have secret shoppers, which I respect. You don't want anybody stealing from you. So if somebody's going to be walking around checking to make sure that you're actually grocery shopping and paying for your groceries, hey, as long as your business is still standing, because I definitely shop at Walmart. So please don't steal, because I need to go get my groceries as well. But you guys, that is all for your local news, and we'll be back on ATL's Next 100 and Next 105.
Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about it.
The 2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future, so vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What up, everybody? This is Neo, reminding you to get out there and vote, all right?
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future, so vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What's up, man? This is Big Sean. I just want to let y'all know, man, I feel like without voting, we just not using ourselves to the full potential, man. I just feel like if you got the ability to control what's around you, your circumstances, we need to make sure we exercise that right, man. People died for this.
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future, so vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What up? This your boy Trey Songz, encouraging you to vote.
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future, so vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
Hey, yo, this your boy Busta Rhymes. Listen, real talk. Get out and vote. Everybody vote. Really does make a difference. Hip-hop votes. Let's go.
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100.
Welcome back to Next News on ATL's Next 100 and Next 105. It's your boy Alex here with the traffic. All right, every time I do traffic, and I mean every time, I'm going to say this, all right? We live in Atlanta, okay? You know how bad the traffic here is. It's horrible. So, but we do have some delays in the following areas. 85 as it connects with 75. As always, it's always a hot spot for some delays. 285 South Perimeter between 78 and 85, and 285 South on the other side as it passes over 78. Now, speeds have been reported as low as 12 in all of these areas. Actually, one of them has been reported as 7.
7?
7. So
I couldn't be there. I would, have to
That
get
shit
out and
stopped.
run. I would have to get out and run. I hate traffic so much.
Same.
I try to avoid it.
Me too.
You kind of live in Atlanta. You kind of have to know the times when to drive. Like somebody asked me the other day, like, "Oh, you live in Atlanta? How's the traffic?" And I'm just like, me personally, I don't drive. Yeah.
I always miss it because I know when to leave, or like I know when to like. All right, like I get off at 5. I'm gonna wait here for like 30 minutes, and then the traffic won't be as bad.
Exactly. You just know it's Atlanta mindset. You just know to miss it because me and traffic.
Yeah, I don't like traffic either. It always stresses me out.
It's just
because that's why I feel like that's when accidents happen too. Because then people are like zooming in and out of lanes because they have to get over. Right. Yeah. So it's just not a place I want to be in.
Not at all. Typically when I'm in traffic, my gas light came on. I gotta use a bathroom. I'm hungry.
I'm starving every time. Every time I'm in traffic, I'm starving.
It needs to be like a traffic snack mobile that comes through and
like on the shoulders.
Yes, it just gives you something because traffic is pointless.
I know.
Because unless there's an accident, let me not say fully pointless. Unless there's an accident, traffic is extremely pointless. Because by the time you get to the front, you're looking like, what were you stopped for?
Right, like we were all just sitting here, but there's nothing happening.
Nothing happening. So I need you guys to move. Like
get in the lane and exit off the highway when you need to, so we get cleared up.
Or just don't drive.
True.
Because I'm Miss Road Rage. I would be, please get out of my way. Like I'm screaming for you to get out of the way and just keep going. Especially if I have somewhere to go. It's like, move.
All right, and some weather news for you. So today was a nice Georgia fall day with a high of 79 degrees. So hopefully none of you were preparing to wear your fall outfits yet. After the sun sets around 7 p.m., expect the temperatures to start dropping to today's low of 63. And actually tomorrow and Friday, the high and low are the same. So the high is going to be 79 and the low is going to be 63. So
that's not bad.
Pretty consistent. But unfortunately, over the weekend, there's a 30% chance of rain, so expect some rain this weekend.
Like Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday. It's supposed to rain both days. But temperatures are actually supposed to go up. On Saturday, there's supposed to be, the high is 81. So it's going to be some hot rain. Yeah.
Hopefully it's like the Georgia rain where it's sunny and then it rains and then stops.
Right.
When the sun is out and it rains, then you can still make plans.
True.
You know, but if it's raining,
like when it's just wet and the sun's out.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's not that bad, you know. But I'm definitely a person who is super eager for fall to come and had on Uggs the other day.
Yo, yeah.
So I look like a contradiction because I had on Uggs on Sunday and on Wednesday, I have on sandals. So my mind is not made up, but I'm just going with the flow of Georgia's. Thank you.
We always have these fake falls. Exactly. You have like a week where it's in the 60s and then the next week's back to 80.
I know. I was in Detroit last week and I woke up that morning. It was 36 degrees. Freezing. And all I had was like a flimsy little sweater. So I was walking with it around my neck because I was freezing. I'm like, okay, I'm not prepared for this. And then you go to Florida and it's summer.
All the time.
It's summer still. So the weather is just the weather.
Yo.
The weather is like a guy. Can never make his mind up.
All right, well, we're going to transition over to the sports now. We have some NFL news. So Cowboys players are ripping their coaching staff. They haven't been playing too good recently. So, you know, there's some locker room issues here. I don't know how much of it is the coaching staff and how much of it is the players are just quitting on the team. Mm-hmm. But their defense is looking atrocious. It's like the worst since the 60s Raiders team or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty bad out there for the Cowboys fans. So you could expect Mike Nolan to be on the hot seat this week.
Definitely.
Also in NFL and sort of college news, so OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., has been banned from LSU for 2 years after it was found out that he paid LSU players money after their championship game.
I saw that. I saw what you're talking about, and then the year they won.
I remember them like talking about it.
Yeah, he was at the game. I mean, he's an alumni. He's gonna go to the game. Right. But I mean, it's just as if I give you money, like, hey, homie, here you go. I'll hold this. You know, he's basically congratulating them, and that's their congratulation gift. So I think they're reading a little bit too into it. He's not paying them for anything.
The problem comes with like the scholarships that they have.
Of course,
so, like,
but he's not in charge of that.
That's what I'm like saying too. Like I understand why LSU is being penalized and why Odell Beckham is being penalized for this too. But like, I agree with you. Like, there should be a line. I guess maybe he should have just not done it in the locker room, like, so openly. Like,
do it on the side. Everywhere.
Venmo someone. Like, they're not going to find it.
But you know how people are with social media nowadays. They're going to post, like, him sending my, like, hey, big bro, thank you for it. Yeah. But it's like you said, it's a gift. It's not... They're just trying. They're being difficult, and they're just trying to find fault.
It's because they don't want to pay college players, like the college,
and they deserve it.
The NCAA doesn't want to pay them.
Of course.
So when people pay them, it's a problem.
Yeah, but they deserve it. They're working as hard as the NFL players. I mean, of course, it's gonna be different once they get to the NFL. Training is a lot more intense.
You know, it's your job now.
Yeah,
it's
literally your job now. So it's a whole different ball game. But in order to prepare for that job, you have to show your strength and quality from the start. Yeah, and in college. So
and they should be getting paid because like they can have
getting paid.
And career-ending injuries before they even make money doing the sport they want to do. And if they didn't have that injury in college, they would have made it to the pros and gotten paid. So
exactly.
In California, they're like legalizing paying college players. So I mean, once that starts kicking in,
then I think everybody follows
because then everyone would just go to like California
schools, and then they're gonna be upset. So the schools on the East Coast are gonna be like, wait, we need you.
Like,
we need these players back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's ridiculous,
right?
Man.
Well, tomorrow night the Giants play the Eagles. It's going to be a snooze game.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah. So the Giants are 1-5, and the Eagles are 1-4-1. So the NFC East is actually horrible. So the current standings are: the Cowboys are actually in first at 2-4. The Eagles trail them at 1-4-1, and then the Giants and Washington are tied at 1-5. So I mean, for the NFC East, it's a big game. Like it could be a swing game, but it doesn't really mean anything to anyone else unless you're a Giants or an Eagles fan.
I have a couple friends who are Eagles fans, so I'm gonna go for them. But being born in New York, such a disgrace.
Right.
I don't know. Do you think it's the pandemic why NFL is just slacking this year?
I think it's just. I think that plays a part into it, but we've seen like offenses like clicking right off the bat. Like Arizona's killing it, and they just got DeAndre Hopkins. And Seattle's, popping off. They're finally letting Russ eat. They're finally letting Russ eat. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it could be a mix of that, but maybe not so much with like missing practices and stuff like that, but more like there's other things on the players' minds. Like they're thinking about their family. They're thinking about.
It's a lot going on in the world right now. Not making an excuse for anybody, but I mean personally, a little bit. You guys had time to sit at home.
Right. They didn't go. It wasn't like the NBA bubble or anything.
Yeah, it wasn't like the NBA bubble. So it's like you guys were home. You were able to do everything. It's the coaches in Dallas.
It's the coaches in Dallas.
We can see who's a Dallas hater.
Right.
But and then again, Dak Prescott is out.
So I
still
feel praying for him.
Yeah, but the thing is, if your player is out, you saw the injury, you saw what happened, you felt the pain, you would think you would channel that strength of his to play better.
But I think that's also putting like undue pressure on them. I know like Zeke was like, I'm gonna play good for him, and he's been playing like trash. So maybe he's putting too much pressure on himself to I gotta play good, and it's getting in his head.
Have to find that balance, try to even it out and just go out there and win,
Right.
And even if you don't win, just go out there and work hard, play, do what you have to do. Because you're not representing him very well. Because if he's gonna be trying to recover and say like one day he's laying up watching it, that's going to frustrate him even more to want to come back. So.
Well, also last night, the Dodgers took Game 1 of the World Series, 8-3 over the Rays. Mookie Betts is looking phenomenal, and Clayton Kershaw looks like he's back to his former self. He has 8 strikeouts and pitched 6 innings. So LeBron was tweeting the whole game, great job, guys, 1 down. So I know they're not the same sport, but you got to feel that LA is trying to do it for Kobe.
They are.
He meant so much to the city of LA. So it would be great to see them get that win, especially since I'm, we are Braves fans here. So we want to lose to at least like the champion. We don't want to lose to the person who lost to the champion. All right, but that's all the sports we have here on Next News. We'll be right back with health after the break. That's Next News on ATL's Next 100 and Next 105.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jada.
It's your boy, Chris No Tucker.
And it's your girl, Jaleesa.
Here to tell you about our brand new show,
Next Now.
And we'll be bringing you the afternoon tea,
letting you know what's happening around the way,
and giving you the latest hits.
So join us weekdays 12 to 2 p.m. on ATL's Next 100. Our community,
our station.
Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future. So vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
Hey, yo, it's DJ Khaled. And right now I'm encouraging the world to vote.
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future. So vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What up? This your boy Trey Songz encouraging you to vote.
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future. So vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What's up, man? This is Big Sean. I just want to let y'all know, man, I feel like without voting, we just not using ourselves to the full potential, man. I just feel like if you got the ability to control what's around you, your circumstances, we need to make sure we exercise that right, man. People die for
This
this.
is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100.
Hey guys, and we are back with what the health? We are back with our health. So in Brazil, the health authority said that tragically, their patient that they had for their vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine trial, has died. Now,
Not good.
it's not good because it's like, did the vaccine kill him or her? They haven't disclosed whether it was a female or male. They haven't disclosed how the person died. So it's not really much information on that, but they just know that it was a volunteer who, was willing to take the COVID-19 vaccine to see how it would work out, and they passed away. So it's kind of a tough cookie right there because we're not understanding. We need more
Is it the
information.
vaccine?
Yeah, is it
Like,
the
what
vaccine?
happened?
Exactly. You're not telling us much, so it's just crazy. But condolences to that person's family. In the COVID world as well as aviation world, United Airlines is testing a digital health pass on flights from the UK to the US. Guests can volunteer, so you're not forced to do this, but you can volunteer to take a COVID-19 test up to 72 hours before your flight and input your results from a certified lab on an app.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting. It's like, okay, so you're going to test me, and then I'm going to be on my phone scrolling through Instagram, and then boom, I'm positive for COVID, or am I negative for COVID?
Right.
But I mean, I guess they're just really trying to help people feel safe while traveling, as well as wanting to travel, to get that numbers back up, because United definitely just furloughed a lot of flight attendants as well as pilots because of COVID. They weren't able to continue to, I guess, pay. It's a huge pay cut for them, especially during the midst of everything that's going on. So I hope that this, helps them
Get back on track.
Yeah, get back on track, because, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it. If I took a COVID test regardless, so if it's to volunteer to see, how it goes, I wouldn't mind helping your numbers go up, so that way more guests will travel back and forth. But the only thing is they're traveling to the UK, so how long is the UK going to be open for the United States to come back? Because some countries still have it
Have
closed.
a travel ban.
Still
Right.
have the travel ban. So in other health news, oxycodone the maker, Purdue Ferrum, let me not mess up his name, he pleads guilty to federal criminal charges, and it's crazy because you trust these people to create something that you're gonna take or you're gonna do, and then you're watching the news and they're arrested and charged with criminal charges. It's
Because they're like a business too. Like, as much as they're there to help you, they're also there to make money.
Yeah, everything is a money thing.
Right.
Everything is a money thing, especially with your health. Because, in the beginning with the COVID-19 test, we're going to fall back into COVID because that's basically the health that's going on right now.
Yeah.
At first they had to pay, And then it went from you having to set an appointment, then it went from you having to have insurance, till finally now you can drive down the street. I don't know how it is in other states, but I know in Georgia you can drive down the street and at a church or, you know, a local drive-through, they're there. And you pull up with your car and you see, you know, what's going on and stuff. But it's just crazy. What the health is what the hell. So please, Alex, let us know about the tech news.
All right, so we actually have some big tech news. So NASA is actually partnering with Nokia and are putting a 4G network on the moon.
On the, just send me there.
On the moon.
I'll pack my
They're going to have better service than us.
Exactly.
So they're actually paying Nokia $14.1 million to do this. I'm sure some of the money is going to the equipment they'll need. Of course. But they're claiming that the network will be used to better control lunar rovers, navigate the geography of the moon, and to stream videos. So I don't know if they're going to be streaming videos to us, because that would be amazing. Or if it's more just like streaming the videos of the rover back to the station.
Yeah. I
like
mean,
a
that's
moon
true.
Station.
That's crazy, though. You trying to move to the moon?
I would move there.
I think it may be a lot calmer than here.
Right.
And then if they're going to stream stuff, then you still have your Netflix, your Hulu.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have a whole 4G network, what can I not do on the moon that I can do here?
That I can
Except,
do
like,
here.
go outside.
You're going to just drop.
All right, and also Apple has just launched its 24/7 music channel that essentially makes MTV obsolete because everyone has an iPhone.
Of course.
So it's going to feature new music videos, interviews, live shows, exclusive content, everything like that. But it's 24/7.
Wow.
And is on Apple, so that's going to be pretty cool.
And people are always up.
Just in time for the new iPhone 12s.
Did you see it?
Oh, it's beautiful. The Pacific blue, beautiful.
Did you?
It's
that
so beautiful.
Was. I just got a new phone. That's all I'm going to tell myself. I just recently got a new phone. New Instagram update. When you like see who views your story, it doesn't show it anymore. And I like to see who's watching my story.
Yeah, same.
So I'm not
updating
updating it. Yeah.
That's
People
crazy.
were complaining about it. So I'm not updating it.
There's also some more tech news. So the U.S. has recently charged 6 Russian hackers with taking down parts of Ukraine's power grid and disrupting the Olympic Games that were in South Korea.
Wow.
So Russian hackers are a thing to watch out for.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Right.
That is just... wow. All I can say is wow.
Right, like that's just such a weird story, but I had to throw it in there because
I mean,
6 Russian hackers. There were 6 of them.
6.
Did they work together?
I know, like, are they all sitting at a table social distance to do this?
Right.
You know, it's the midst of a pandemic and you're trying to stop people from watching something? Get out of here.
All right, well, that's all the tech news we have here on Next News on ATL's Next 105 and Next 100. We'll be right back after the break with some entertainment news.
See you soon.
Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future. So vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What up, everybody? This is Neo, reminding you to get out there and vote, all right?
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future. So vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
It's Kendrick Lamar, dig that. I'm gonna tell you like this. When you vote, please make sure you know what you're voting for and who you're voting for and why you're voting for them. Do
This is
it.
an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future. So vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What's up, man? This is Big Sean. I just want to let y'all know, man, I feel like without voting, we just not using ourselves to the full potential, man. I just feel like if you got the ability to control what's around you, your circumstances, we need to make sure we exercise that right, man. People die for
This
this.
is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Jada.
It's your boy Chris Tucker.
And it's your girl Jaleesa.
Here to tell you about our brand new show,
Next Now,
and we'll be bringing you the afternoon tea.
letting you know what's happening around the way.
And giving you the latest hits.
So join us weekdays 12 to 2 p.m. on ATL's Next 100. Our community,
Our station.
Hey guys, and we are back with your entertainment news.
Ooh.
Spicy time. Tea time.
I'm excited.
Okay, so Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom just bought. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the price of this house?
Where is it at?
Guess.
Beverly Hills.
It's a $14 million compound in the same town as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Neighbors.
Nice.
I know, right?
That's a power neighbor.
Of course.
They've got to be throwing some parties.
The best parties. And she just had a baby.
Wow. I didn't even know that. I haven't been keeping up with them.
Yes. She did just have a baby. And Meghan has a child.
Right.
So that would be the most rich play date
ever.
Oh my goodness. And today, even though it's just a Wednesday to us, in the Kardashian world, it is Kim K's 40th birthday.
You gotta salute.
40th birthday, and her body looks better than mine, and I'm 23.
That's because it's all fake. It's all fake.
Oh my goodness. As well as tonight, it's a lot in TV world as well. We have the Latin Music Awards on Telemundo at 8 p.m. I mean, if you put your subtitles on, you'll understand what they're saying.
Right. It's always a great way to learn the language, too.
It's a great way
to
learn
if you
the
know
language.
A little bit, you can, like, low-key follow.
Poquito.
Yeah, un poquito.
I tell people all the time that I'm fluent in Spanish, but it's okay, I'm not. Just a little bit.
Right, I feel like I can understand it, but like if you ask me to speak it or write it,
I can definitely understand it way better than I can, you know. But it's coming on at 8, so check it out if you have time. And then also we have the Country Music Awards tonight at 8 as well. So, you know, just flip back and forth. Catch commercial, go back to this channel. Catch commercial, go back to that channel.
Right.
David Letterman has a new Netflix show where he has a lot of celebrity guests, a lot of familiar faces on there that, you know, he's interviewing and talking to them. And one particular one that's coming up recently is Lizzo. She's discussing how people have body shamed her on and off camera. And it's so crazy because she is a successful woman and she's not afraid to basically show her body. You know, she's not afraid to show the world what she's made of, who she is. So I salute her for that. And you guys need to stop hating on my girl Lizzo because she's making more money than you.
Right.
Now we're going to go into a little inspiration. Enough of the tea.
Okay.
The younger generation, they're really showing out nowadays. They are definitely showing out, and they have so much knowledge that they're giving to this world, and it's very inspiring. Honestly, it's very, very inspiring. So we have a 14-year-old girl from Texas, and she won $25,000 for a scientific breakthrough that can lead to the COVID-19 cure.
Wow. That's great.
I'm sitting at home trying to figure out what to eat, and she just decided on a 14. Cure. And she's 14.
When I was 14,
you're
I didn't
picking
even
your
know
nose,
what was going.
probably.
Right, exactly. I was.
Yeah, that was it's really mind-blowing to know that the younger generation is so much more aware than the older generation and things, and they're actually trying to make a way from themselves instead of just saying, hey, I have these qualities, can you believe in me and hire me for your job? They're making their own way and direction, to say, hey, I believe in myself, I know I have these qualities, so here I am to show you that I'm capable of this, and I'm going to show it to you on my own terms, not on anybody else's terms. So,
right, and I'm going to get the credit for it. Instead of, me bringing it to you, and then you get all the credit.
Exactly, you get all the credit.
I did this.
You did it. You did everything that you believed in yourself to. So, salute to that 14-year-old young lady. And it's a girl. You know, girls rock. We typically tend to be a little bit smarter than you guys. So
it's true.
It's okay. Another inspirational news is 2 Holocaust survivors met again after 71 years. 71 years. Sasha Eisenberg and Ruth are reunited. They were reunited on October 3rd. After 71 years, both their families were able to escape the Holocaust. And they moved to Detroit. So then, they're living out there in the cold winter. So it's just, hearing things like that so long ago happen, and then looking at 2020 now, it's just so crazy. So the fact that 71 years later, they're able to stand up tall and communicate with each other and say, hey, long time no see, that was really, just a heartwarming thing to happen. So I mean, it's cool to see that. I mean, hopefully I see you in 71 years.
Right.
Like, hey Alex, how are you doing?
Oh man, I don't think I'll live 71 more years.
Yes, you will.
That'll put me at like 100 something.
You'll be a cool 100 and something. You gotta say like that, a cool 100 something.
You know, like if I lived to 102, I would have lived in like 3 centuries.
And who can say that, right?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be lit.
Let's
That'd
do
be
it.
really lit.
Let's do it. We have to meet
Not
up in
let's
71 years.
Let's do it. Like, yeah, let's go get some pizza, right?
No, we have to like meet up in 71 years.
Oh,
I'm counting on
definitely.
you being there. You're the one that's gonna make me be there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna call you like, Alex, are you here? And then we're gonna talk. Well, dang, do you think we'll remember talking about it now?
About this?
Yeah.
Probably not. We probably have like dementia by then.
Speak for yourself, please. Speak for yourself.
Oh man.
Not. Please speak for
So
yourself.
David Letterman's new show is on Netflix?
Yes. Are you gonna check it out?
I might. You know, I might. There's also like okay. So you know Gabriel Iglesias?
No.
He's fluffy.
Oh, yes.
He has like a new
the comedian, right?
Yeah, he has like a Nickelodeon show coming out now.
Really?
That I was like, okay, it's a kid show. I'm not gonna watch it, but like, he's still funny in it.
He's very funny.
Like
but
the commercial made him seem funny, and it's about like animals doing like
okay,
like stunts, like
I was
like
confused on that one because
tricks that they know.
Fluffy is a little inappropriate.
I
know him as Fluffy, so when you said Fluffy, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right.
But no, it's like this one episode where he is talking about, I guess, a grocery store. No, like he walked into like I think a Chinese store or whatever, and he literally, it's gonna be funny to me because I can hear it playing in my head. But for you guys watching, I'm so sorry, I'm laughing at my own joke. But he walks through the door and he does this sound, ding dong, so perfect, and then he just goes right into the
His
joke.
sound effects are perfect, and at first I was like, why is he on Nickelodeon? Because like you're right, he's a comedian. Of course, his jokes are gonna be inappropriate. But like, the more I thought about it, I was like, he's like a master at making sound effects.
Yeah, he
and
is
like,
really
what
good.
do kids love?
Exactly,
Kids
noises.
love making noises.
Oh my goodness.
So like, it's perfect. I think that'll be a great fit.
Yeah, that would be good. I might check it out. But it's a lot of good shows on Netflix, actually.
There is.
Do you watch Wentworth?
No, I don't.
I love Wentworth.
Really?
It's like about an Australian prison. But
Like
it's
an
not,
Australian Prison Break?
No, like Orange is the New Black.
Oh, okay.
So, because it's not really real, but it's just so suspenseful. Like, it literally keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you're just like, it's mind blowing. I love it. I like suspenseful stuff, like criminal
like
shows.
thrillers.
Yeah.
Like
I
mysteries.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit blood in it, but it's not that bad.
Right. I don't like the gore. Like horror movies that are just gory.
Yeah,
like,
they're not scary.
That's not scary.
It's nasty.
Or like horror movies that are just jump scares. Like
I want to scream.
After the first one, it's over. Like it's played out.
October now, so are you going to a haunted house?
No, are you?
Mm-mm.
Have you carved pumpkins?
No, my mom told me she's not doing that with me anymore. I asked her.
She said you're too big?
Yeah, she said when I was younger we carved a pumpkin, and I told her it wasn't scary. And
so her feelings got hurt?
I think her feelings got hurt, so she said no more carving pumpkins. So
I feel that. I always try to just make them like look dumb. Like I want my pumpkin to be like the one with like
it's
2 teeth.
Difficult.
Yeah, it's so hard, but it's fun.
Difficult. Yeah, it is cool. I mean, it's cool to just do it with your friends, or if you have kids, do it with your friends, little siblings. You just never.
I always
know.
get mad when I do it with my mom though, because she never wants to save the seeds and make like pumpkin seeds.
You want to make pumpkins?
Yeah, they're good. You ever have them?
No.
They're like good. I don't know how you make. Bro, I don't know how you make them. That's why I want to do it with my mom, but she never lets me.
Well, moms, I hope
they
you're
know
listening.
Every recipe.
Yeah, they definitely do. But my mom, she's gonna kill me for this.
Ooh.
If she makes something really good and then I ask her to make it again, like right after, it does not always come out that good.
Because the pressure's on. You tell her like this is good, then the pressure gets on.
It does not. I have to look at her. I'm like, maybe we should have waited a couple more weeks. And she just gets like, it's so funny. But they definitely do know all the recipes. But I mean, I love haunted houses, but I just don't see how you can social distance.
That's what I'm thinking.
In
like
a haunted
you're all
house
in
right
those
now.
tight hallways.
Yeah, and I can't scream in my mask. I'll probably pass out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I don't trust enough people to wear their masks too.
Exactly.
And like the actors aren't. Like if you're a zombie, you're not gonna be
but
wearing
they
a
have
mask.
yeah, I mean.
But I guess they're wearing prosthetics or a mask.
But still,
already.
their nose is still open because they have to breathe through it.
That's
So
what I'm
technically,
saying.
they are still breathing on us. So yeah, they definitely will
It's
have
sketchy.
to. Yeah, it's
just
really
be safe.
hard.
If you do go to a haunted house, like scope it out and be safe.
Yeah, let us know because Netherworld, they discussed their new protocols
And
that they had going on.
They did seem pretty.
Yeah,
Like, they seemed like they were like.
I love
taking care of
Netherworld.
things. They were like limiting the people going in.
Have you heard of 13 Stories?
I have not.
So it's kind of like an elevator. You go all the way to the top, and they'll like kick you out of it. And it's just crazy. I haven't been there. I've just heard so many different things about it. So,
All right, well, that's all we have for you here on Next News on ATL's Next 100 and Next 105. Stay tuned for Drive Time with more of those traffic and weather updates during Drive Time. We'll catch y'all later.
Bye.
Next 100.
A lot of people say it don't matter, but think about
The
it.
2020 election is approaching.
This is your country and your future, so vote.
Let your voice be heard.
My faith and confidence in the American future is undiminished.
What's up, man? This is Big Sean. I just want to let y'all know, man, I feel like without voting, we just not using ourselves to the full potential, man. I just feel like if you got the ability to control what's around you, your circumstances, we need to make sure we exercise that right, man. People die for this.
This is an important election, and I'm concerned about America.
ATL's Next 100.